Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We just returned to Norway after a break visiting our family in the Netherlands. In early April, on a rainy day, we drove to the airport about an hour away to start our trip. I didn't film so much during our 3 flights because we had our hands full with the children. But I was able to take this photo of Torsten where you can see how excited he was to go up in the air. Flying with 2 small children can be a little bit difficult, but luckily they did very well. When we arrived in the Netherlands, it was so nice to experience a real spring, with trees in blossom and the children playing outside without to be packed in a lot of clothes. I didn't film much because I wanted to spend all the time I had with our family. But I filmed a little bit in the garden of my brother, sister and parents, who share a piece of land where they grow many things together. It was so good to spend time together and finally, after a year, to introduce our little Alicia. It was hard to say goodbye for me, the hardest part of living in another country. But we had a good time together and made new memories. But it was also good to be back in the Nordic nature again. The fresh air, the smell, the peace. Unfortunately, Torsten got injured on the trampoline during our trip. And since he couldn't walk for a while, we went to the hospital to make sure everything was okay with his leg. Luckily, everything looked fine on the x-rays, and he's doing much better now. On the way back, as we drove along the ocean, we saw this cute seal swimming around. and a little further we saw some reindeer. we could definitely feel some difference in nature. A lot of snow has melted, and the sun was unbelievable sharp that you could almost not open your eyes. I can't wait for the real spring to arrive. After taking some rest and recovering from the flight, we started with the renovation of our old Scandinavian farmhouse again. Before we left to the Netherlands, we brought our dishwasher into the house. I made a start with demolishing the walls and ceiling of the living room.
En storkonsertopplevelse. Det må bare
Now that the sun is back, I really enjoy the evenings when the weather is good and the sun is low. Everything is so calm and peaceful.
Beneath the starlit sky, our love's secret line, like leaves we soar so high. Beneath the moonlight, the soft touch your hand in mine gets me every time.
We are in the northern part of Norway, which is located above the Arctic Circle, and this has a special effect on the length of the days and nights. During the summertime, the sun won't set for a while, which they call the midnight sun. And now, at the end of April, we still have some hours of darkness, but it won't be long until we have light 24 hours of the day.
You make me feel at home in the neon glow, as the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of
This time is so special, after a really long winter, to be out again and enjoy the evening sun. And I'm looking so much forward to the next months, where the nature here will really come alive again.
Beneath an endless night, the world spins around. You're there, ease my mind. Like stars that never die, you and I will shine during the darkest times. As the leaves change color, glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. Maybe this is the season of love.
After coming back from my home country, I was a little bit sad to say goodbye to everybody. And it's for sure, for me, the most difficult part of immigrating to another country. And it made me think about the line, home is where the heart is. So the definition of feeling home somewhere, what does that mean for me? Because after 2 years living here, I begin to feel more and more home. But I feel also very much home in my parents' house where I grew up. And in general, when I'm with my family together, I feel home. They say home is where the heart is. I'm wondering what feeling home means to you. Is it a partner, family, a house, or a country? My conclusion of feeling home is that it can be multiple things or places at the same time. Isn't that beautiful?